Hey, what's going on, guys? Butterbar here. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you guys are all having a great day today. Now, with today's topic about crossplay, I know not everyone's going to agree with me. I know I'm going to be ruffling some feathers. However, I want to give you guys my opinion about where I'm thinking crossplay is at with Modern Warfare and also where it comes for the entire Call of Duty series, because Black Ops Cold War is going to have crossplay just like Modern Warfare currently does right now. And I want to talk about that and give you guys my thoughts and kind of my little concerns, I guess, with the way that crossplay is kind of working out right now when it comes to PC and consoles. And I'm also hoping that this is the last time I have to talk about cheating. Like, cheating and hacking in this game has gotten to a ridiculous level that, honestly, as a console main, as somebody that's played on Xbox ever since this game was released, I honestly did not know it was that bad. I've been a plebe. I will definitely be honest with you guys. I'm a plebe when it comes to what happens on PC and whatnot, but I'm completely shocked by how much hacking and cheating programs are out there on the PC. And I think that is a big detriment right now to the crossplay experience when it comes to console and PC playing. So, first off, I want to give you guys my opinion about what I think about crossplay. Now, I'm completely cool with crossplay when it's between consoles. Xbox and PS4, I'm completely down for that. I think that's a great way of working crossplay. But when we're actually including PC into that, you're kind of losing me. Unless there's some really high anti-cheat going on, which currently, I'm going to be honest, right now when it comes to Modern Warfare, it ain't working. Like, they are still banning people currently right now. I mean, Season 6, you saw another wave of people being banned from Modern Warfare because of the amount of hacks that are going on that are seen as invisible. Like, for some reason, the way that they're designed, the way that these companies sell these hacks, they are completely invisible to the program and to the anti-cheat detection system that Modern Warfare currently has. And it's not working. As somebody that is just wanting to play on console, wanting to play fair matches, you can definitely tell when you get into one of these lobbies where it's like nobody misses. I mean, I understand too, Warzone is the worst. Multiplayer is not as bad, but Warzone is like where it's at, where the hacking and cheating is. And it sucks to know that, especially when it comes to like these tournaments, these thousands of dollars of money, cash prize money that are up for Warzone tournaments. It sucks to know that if you're going against somebody that is on the PC that is using cheats and hacks. So currently right now, the way that it works out in Modern Warfare, and I think everybody kind of knows exactly how it works, but just in case you don't, certain game modes you have to have crossplay enabled. I think some of the main modes are like Ground War. I think the 10v10 matches, I believe you do have to have crossplay. I'm not for sure, but I think that's how it works. I know Ground War for sure you have to have crossplay, and also Warzone. Now this is to actually facilitate how long it takes to find a match. It definitely decreases how long matchmaking works, and that's actually a really fantastic thing because you're not standing there waiting for a match to get underway and to actually get into something. You get into something pretty quick with crossplay being enabled. However, like Ground War, like Warzone, and all these other modes, you can't actually play them off crossplay. Like Ground War, you have to have crossplay enabled, which is kind of funny because if you think about it, there's a lot of boasting about Modern Warfare being like one of the most played Call of Duty games of all time. But in order to play Ground War, which is the big 32v32, you have to have crossplay enabled. I don't know. To me, it's just kind of weird that apparently for the biggest, most played Call of Duty out there, apparently matchmaking doesn't work unless you have crossplay for certain game modes. Now, this is where I would love to see it. Now, look, I am completely okay if crossplay gets to the certain point right now where PC has a really good anti-cheat system to where nobody's actually able to buy these hacks, nobody's able to buy cheats, and have their game influenced by what they are using program-wise on their PC. I would love to have crossplay for all different platforms. Currently, right now with PC, I don't see that happening, and I don't see that as a great way to have a fair match right now, because so far, PC is proving right now that you're not going to be getting into fair matches. PC is proving right now that console players are at a disadvantage when it comes to playing against PC players. Now, I'm not saying mouse and keyboard. I know the way that Modern Warfare does it is that they actually have it to where if you're playing on your PC and you're using a controller, you will get matched up with other controller players on the consoles and whatnot. I totally see that as a good way. However, the hacks and cheats that are being sold in these on the internet for Call of Duty, for Modern Warfare, actually enables cheats for controllers as well. So again, it's not a fair fight. I know there's a lot of mouse and keyboard cheats and whatnot. I know there's a lot more mouse and keyboard players on PC than there are controllers. But again, I'm not seeing the fair competition when it comes to seeing those hacks being enabled by players playing this game to where you're wanting to have a fun experience and you don't want to get robbed. I think the worst thing about when it comes to playing this game is knowing when you get robbed. You know, you get maybe outplayed because somebody has this hack where immediately targets the head or it knows exactly where you're at. I've run into that a lot of times in Ground War where I'll be running ghosts, I'll be running all these different things where I'm undetected, but all of a sudden, some reason I see the kill cam, this dude is tracking me the entire time, knows exactly where I'm at, around walls, around corners, and to me, I see that as just a complete disadvantage. And knowing, as a player, as somebody that's wanting to have a fair competition, I know that's not fair, I know that's cheating, and to me, it feels like I'm getting robbed that competition. I'm getting robbed of the skill that I have to be able to fight a even fight and fight a fair fight in this game, and it's currently at where it's at because of crossplay. It's just not working whatsoever. Now, Black Ops Cold War is going to have the exact same thing when it's releasing, and I know the beta is going to be right around the corner. I know Xbox and PC are going to be included in this beta, I believe the following week. I believe it's like the week of the 18th of October. And I think that's where it's going to be tested with matchmaking. I think that's where it's going to be tested with crossplay and whatnot. And if the anti-cheating in Modern Warfare is moved over, which I'm assuming it's getting moved over to Black Ops Cold War, it's still not in the greatest set whatsoever because people are still using cheats. People are still using hacks. It's still something that's continuing to go on because these cheats are still being sold. They're still undetected, and still Infinity Ward and then as well as Treyarch is still trying to find these cheats, trying to still figure out how to detect these cheats to ban people. And the funny thing is, it doesn't even matter if people get banned from Modern Warfare because they're able to create a whole new account and still use the cheats that are on their PC. That's the one thing I've never understood by the way that they ban people, because they just ban the account. They don't actually ban exactly, the IP or anything, or where this person's located at, where this person is playing at. To me, it's not a great way of being able to still get people away from using cheats, getting people away from using the hacks that people are able to use, if that's just the way they're going to be doing it, where, okay, you ban my account, I'll just create a whole new account, and it's not going to be a big deal. So, I'll tell you this, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me that it's not that bad, it's not a huge deal to where, hacking is not something that's driving people away, that people still are getting into fun games, but currently, at least in my opinion, I think it's just one of those things that just drives the fun factor away from Modern Warfare that I just always have to constantly judge and actually watch the kill cam and going, oh my god, did that really just happen? Did I get killed that way? Is that way fair? Is that way legit? I always question now exactly how I die in Modern Warfare, because knowing that crossplay is enabled, knowing that I'm going to be playing against PC players, I now have to figure out, did I die legit, or did I die in a way where you can tell somebody is aimbotting, you can tell somebody is wall hacking, and to me, that really just drives my morale down. I think the one thing about Modern Warfare, you want to keep people's morale up. You want to keep everybody happy. You want to keep that morale going so people continue to play. They continue to get that that adrenaline. They get that enjoyment of playing the game and wanting to keep getting into game after game after game. But when people are getting cheated, when people feel like they're not having a fair fight, it's just one thing that's going to be driving more people away, and it sucks. Really, it does suck, because I want to have enjoyment in Modern Warfare. I want to have enjoyment when Black Ops Cold War releases and know that I have a fair, fun experience in that game. But with crossplay, it's just going to be one of those things that's going to be the driving factor on, okay, how bad is the hacking in this game? How bad is the cheating in this game? Is it something that they're continuing to fix, continuing to look at? Which I imagine they are. I can imagine that Activision, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, they're all still looking into it and continuing to monitor how many people, what programs are out there, what businesses are selling these cheats. But currently, the way that it is, cheats are being sold for Modern Warfare. Cheats are being sold for all different types of games out there. I mean, I imagine even Apex or other, BR games out there have cheats, that people are selling to get the advantage in that game. Black Ops 4 Cold War is going to be the exact same thing, and to me, it just makes me nervous. I want Black Ops Cold War to be a good, fun experience. I want to be able to have enjoyment in that game, similar to some of the enjoyment that I've had in Modern Warfare. Even though Modern Warfare is definitely made me rage a time or two. But I want the crossplay experience to feel fair, more than anything. Currently, right now, my personal opinion, I feel like crossplay, when it comes to playing PC and console, even though it's controller, does not feel like a fair fight, and it feels like half the time when you get into gunfights, you can definitely tell kind of what's going on depending on what the kill cam looks like. And to me, I don't want to judge that. I don't want to have to keep looking at the kill cam and seeing if I'm getting a fair shot or a fair fight in some of these things to where my experience in the game, my fondness in the game is being taken away because of hacks and cheaters. So, guys, at least that's the one thing I wanted to talk about. I wanted to give you guys my opinion about the way that crossplay is working right now. Currently, the way that it sits, with the amount of hacking and cheating that is happening in this game, I just don't think it's sustainable. I don't think crossplay is sustainable right now in Modern Warfare or even in other Call of Duty games out there. I mean, maybe when the anti-cheat, it gets really good, but right now, where it's at, where it's just constantly always there, it's always having me worried. So let me know in the comments below, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you guys all next time.